Same yung color. Yung black lang siguro, may konting ano, pero almost the same. And here we are guys, like the old days, in every 10 videos for the PC enthusiast, syempre, hindi mawawala yung isang video or at least 2 videos for the videographers, photographers, multimedia artists, or syempre, engineers and architects. This video is brought to you by SCDKey, the best website that you may visit in terms of very affordable deals and best offer para sa application softwares, games, and yes, operating system. And there you are, you may check the Windows 10 Pro, and by using our promo code, ma-avail mo lang siya ng around $14.95 or 700 plus pesos. That's it mga kaibigan, check the description below. May mga links po tayo dyan to go directly sa kanilang website. Now, we have here a very interesting product para sa inyo. Dahil kung hindi nyo po alam, meron po akong MacBook. And bibihira ko siya ginagamit. Dahil nga, syempre, I only use this if I'm on the go. Pero most of the time, I'm into PC. Pero, eto, baka mas maging interested na kung gagamitin tong MacBook. This is actually a MacBook Pro M3 Pro. MacBook Pro M3 Pro. So, 2 years na siya. Halos makikita nyo naman siguro. Ba't may pink dito? Tanggalin natin yung pink. So, makikita nyo naman siguro, hindi siya nagagamit masyado. Pero sa mga pinakadahilan talaga is of course, bukod sa hindi siya pang gaming, ang struggle ko din pagdating sa editing is syempre, hassle siya gamitin. And syempre, pagdating na rin sa monitor. So this time, I was able to outsource a monitor from BenQ that is intended for Mac users. And ito yung interesting dito kasi I choose the bang for the buck version. Actually, meron silang sample na 5K Retina display, almost the same. Pag tinignan mo yung kulay, very the same side by side. Makikita nyo dyan sa ating screen. Flash ko yan. Pero medyo mas mahal eh. So I go for the monitor na alam ko marami maging interested dito kasi marami recently in the last 2 years ang nag-transition sa Mac ng mga videographers and photographers. Pero for some reason, ayun, medyo struggle nila talaga yung monitor. Kasi halos ka-presyo ng Mac nila, or kung MacBook Air user ka, doble pa nung presyo ng Mac mo ang pinakamura na Apple monitor, which is around 100,000 plus. Pero ito ngayon, makakatipid ka, kung including the stand kasi, yung Apple monitor nasa 125 to 135. Almost 70,000 yung matitipid mo. Let me share you my experience with this monitor. So let's start with the physical attribute muna. Syempre, yung build quality muna. So far, nung pagka-unbox ko sa kanya, mafe-feel mo na kagad yung pagka-premium ng monitor. Hindi siya mukhang budget. BenQ didn't cheap out. Sobrang mura ng monitor na to compared sa Apple monitor, pero hindi nila tinipid yung materials. It does come with a clean minimalist design, thin bezels, everything complements the Apple aesthetics. And syempre, ang una nating sinilip is yung kanyang ports. So this comes with USB ports, USB-C port, and the highlights of this monitor is the USB-C port where pwede mo siyang gamitin to charge your Mac. So hindi mo kailangan ng magdala ng charger para sa Mac mo pag ito yung monitor mo. Dahil nga 90 watts siya to charge your Mac and then at the same time for the display. So double purpose itong cable na gamit natin. And then the other USB-C to charge your iPhone, iPad, or SSD. So mas maging less yung clutter dito sa mismong MacBook dahil yung mga card reader or even SSD, you can just plug it directly in here. So hindi lang to for display or for the charging purposes, pero it serves also as the data cable para sa iyong MacBook. Ang kagandahan kasi nito, itong mismong kable para sa display niya, ito na rin yung kable para sa charging niya. So 90 watts ito eh. So nagta-charge na siya at the same time nag-throw siya ng display dito sa monitor. So dun pa lang mapapansin mo na this monitor is really designed for Apple users. Malinis na yung desktop mo, pero on top of that desktop, meron ka pang free na ergonomic stand. So eto yung yung kumbaga deal breaker sa mga Apple monitors, di ba? Magkano yung stand ng Apple? 25,000. Sobrang mahal. Pero pagdating sa ating BenQ monitor, free lang siya. So sabi ko nga, parang 25,000, mag-add ka na lang ng 15,000, buong monitor na. So parang yung panel nito kung ipa-price natin kasi, 'di ba? Yung stand ng Mac monitor, ano lang naman yun metal lang naman yun So I don't know how they come up with that pricing na 25,000. So syempre alam naman natin ang ergonomic stand is essential na sa panahon ngayon. You can adjust the height and yung number one, you can now do vertical. 'Di ba? Dahil marami na tayong mga projects, marami ng videographers, photographers, especially videographers. Kasi kung photographers, mostly siguro sa mga magazine. Pero pagdating sa mga videographers, yung reels, yung mga client na nagde-demand ng mga pang TikTok nila, pang shorts nila. So napakalaking convenience nun kung kaya mong i-vertical yung monitor. And etong feature na to sa MacBook, 25,000. Kasi itong stand na to, 25,000 sa MacBook. Sa MacBook. Sa Apple Studio monitor. Tapos, ang kagandahan, pwede ka ng mag-vertical edit. Tapos, since vertical na siya, ilalagay na lang natin dito. Diba? Grabe. Yun yung advantage of having a dual monitor. Luwa yung buong mata. Pero like what I always say about PC enthusiast hardware, maganda nga yung hardware, pero the software, problematic naman. The RGB software, it doesn't have a good utility. And yun yung maganda sa BenQ. They also invested pagdating sa software. So they released the Display Pilot 2. So this software was made specifically for Mac users, meaning your Mac and your monitor communicate much better than ordinary displays. So for example, kapag pinindot mo yung brightness, di ba? Pag yung ordinary monitor, pag pinindot mo yung brightness, hindi yan gagana. Or minsan yung volume. Eto gumagana at the same time, pati yung monitor nagsisynchronize. Pati yung color natutune. Close to your MacBook. Pag hindi kasi MacBook monitor yung gamit mo, itong mga keys na to, hindi siya gumagana Itong mga brightness, minsan hindi gumagana. Pero ang kagandahan nito, bukod sa gumagana yung brightness key, nagsisynchronize pa yung monitor dun sa brightness. Ganun ka-significant yung contribution nitong software pagdating sa BenQ monitors. So, hindi mo na kailangang puntahan yung screen para hanapin yung buttons. Hindi mo na kailangang tansya-tansyahin. Yung medyo nag-yellowish yung white niya, medyo warm yung yung monitor, medyo hindi maganda yung black, di ba? Bukod doon, yung paghanap pa lang kung saan yung mga buttons, struggle na yun di ba? At the same time, syempre, on real world, yung color shifting, di ba? From your MacBook, pag nilagay mo, ba't nag-iba yung kulay? Ba't ang layo ng kulay? Diba? Nahihirapan ka. Kumbaga, dagdag hassle yun. SDE yung ginagawa mo. Grabe naman kung nagdala ka ng monitor sa SDE. Pero syempre, di ba? Sa dami ng projects mo, madaming hahabuling deadline. So, this minimized the annoying color shift that many Mac users experience with ordinary monitors or for monitors that are not designed or that are not configured for MacBook. So, dito napatunayan na natin na yung screen na to, hindi na lang na-adapt yung yung seamless na integration ng MacBook. Pati yung kulay. So, wala masyadong color shifting. Like, for example, from this to this, when you look at it, walang masyadong color shifting. Now, speaking about display, syempre, we choose, sabi ko nga, yung pinaka bang for the buck variant. Bang for the buck pa to. Pero I'm trying to compare kasi yung pricing nito doon sa mismong Apple monitor. Sa totoo lang, nasa premium side na tong monitor na to. This is a 32 inches 4K monitor, IPS display. Standard IPS like the Apple Studio monitor. So, ganun din naman siya. Pero pinagkaiba nila, 5K po yung resolution yun. Other than that, the same na ho. Kaya pagdating sa color, the same. So, the color accuracy, 97% P3, 99% sRGB. So, those numbers actually matter, especially kung skin tones ang ini-edit mo. Mostly naman ang kukuha nito, if you are looking for a good monitor, is those guys who are really into events. And alam nyo naman, yung mga kliyente nating mga Pinoy, di ba? Kailangan paputihin, kailangan natural yung pagkaka-edit, hindi yung blown out yung picture or whatsoever. So, medyo kailangan confident ka na, tama yung monitor ko, hindi nagsisinungaling yung nakikita ko sa monitor. So, more on skin tones, di ba? May plugin, alam ko may mga plugin naman. Pero, di ba, kadalasan yung mga plugins, marami ka pa rin gagalawin doon, especially kung photo. Sa video, tulad yung sabi ng kasama kong videographer, kasi he's into full-time wedding talaga and nag-edit siya. Pag may mali dito sa clip na to, parang okay, mamaya-maya, after 2-3 seconds, iba na eh. So, makakalimutan. Yung photo, tititigan mo yun eh. So, pag nakita nung kliyente, parang pangit yung kuha ko dito. Parang ang itim-itim ko dito. Di ba?
Kadalasan pa naman ng mga cellphone nila ngayon, di ba? AMOLED na. AMOLED display. So parang ang hirap mo rin sabihin na yung cellphone niya may problema. Back in the days, mas maganda monitor kaysa sa mga cellphone screen. Pero ngayon, mas maganda na yung cellphone screen halos. Pero syempre, yung color accuracy, it's very close. So even they will view it on the cellphone, whatever is in the monitor, highly likely it will be the same color skin tone doon sa mismong cellphone na.
At dito mo ma-appreciate ang accurate colors because what you see is much closer to what your client will receive. Maganda kung mag-invest ka talaga sa mga magagandang monitor like this. So this is actually at the premium side. I'm just telling it's bang for the buck, baka may ma-offend po dyan. Because I'm trying to compare it sa premium pricing kasi ni Apple. So, it's bang for the buck kung i-compare natin. Kasi isipin mo yung diferensya. 70,000 pag kasama yung stand. Pag hindi kasama yung stand, parang around 60. Yan. Hindi lang pala 70, parang halos 90,000 pala kasi 25,000 yung stand eh. Anyway, I don't know if I'm doing the math very well. So, not to make this video boring, syempre, we will be creating more videos or shorts that will be more specific on some of the features that will be a bit more technical para at least mas makapag-focus po tayo dun sa mga boring parts na yun. Pero, yun nga, this monitor is an alternative, especially if you are going for the bang for the buck. Yes, I have flashed a monitor earlier that is very close and very identical na kung tatanggalin mo yung BenQ, mapagkakamalan mo na kung wala yung stand din, parehas lang silang Apple monitor. Pero you choose kasi the entry MacBook monitor ng BenQ. And as you can see in there, be my guest, be the judge, it's very close. It did deliver. Na even we will not go for those specific technical videos na I will be uploading soon. Kayo mismo, mostly naman siguro na manunod nito, videographers, photographers. As you can see, it's very close. It's very worth it. Kung ganun lang din yung gagastusin mo at pang araw-araw para sa mga kadalasang clients natin, especially kadalasan naman ng mga events natin, mga family gathering. So, ayun. This is very worth it already. And if we will be talking about the counterpart of this monitor sa Apple, na yung Apple Studio Monitor, 104K plus stand 25K, 5K resolution, yun lang yung magiging difference eh. So, magkakaroon na ng konting difference pagdating sa pixel density dahil nga 32 inches din to. Pero other than that, ang importante naman yung kulay, di ba? Ang importante naman yung experience. And this BenQ, if not 100% designed for the Apple ecosystem, at least almost like the display itself, which is the most important about this monitor. So what do you think guys about this monitor? Feel free to comment down below, and if you have any questions, may mga na-miss ako or may mga gusto kayong i-highlight natin sa ating follow-up video, feel free to comment down below. So ito talaga is napakagandang alternative, that 90 watts charging, that ergonomic stand, that display output, all the B-rolls, says it all. So for more videos like this, feel free to subscribe.